Hey there, everyone. Happy Saturday. Keisha Puckett here. And I just wanted to jump on really quick because it's been a very long time since I've done a live, but also I wanted to share something incredible with all of you. There's been quite a bit that has been going on in my life in the past, I want to say, month even. And I wanted to come on here and just share because there has been some creative incredible opportunities that have happened. And I really want to talk to my content creators. So my content creators, my podcasters, my vloggers, my bloggers, my legacy builders, my business owners, my brands, all those that are using these social media platforms in these social media streets, doing your thing and putting out amazing content, sharing with the world your personality and your genius. I want to talk to you right now. If you are joining me here live, let me know you here and let me know where you are tuning in from. I'd love to have a dialogue. This wasn't a scheduled live, but I love to know who that I'm talking to. So yeah, pop into the comments. Put your name if you did not give StreamYard permission to see your face and your name. Put your name here in the comments. I would love to know where you are catching me. So anyway, I just finished up a live on Instagram. I said, you know what? I can't do Facebook like that. I got to come over here to Facebook and talk to you guys too. So I am the founder and CEO of KP Media TV. We are a premier streaming TV network, and we broadcast live shows and all types of different content, independent films, docuseries, documentaries across all the major media platforms. So that's Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, Android TV. We also extract the audio and we what do you call it? We distribute over at iTunes as well as Google Podcasts, as well as our Facebook page and the YouTube page. So literally everywhere you can be in the digital landscape, we're there. So one action, one act, one show, one live stream, one anything gets you everywhere with us. And that's the way that we are set up. And so it's been an incredible ride. But I want to talk a little bit about how we got to this point and the amazing gap and opportunity and the gap that we're serving that we saw so massive as it relates to content creators. So I have a marketing agency. I've been in the marketing industry for 20 plus years. And last year, about Q1, I found an amazing opportunity to really look into media as it related to streaming TV. And what I found was there were two main issues with content creators. One, the visibility piece, and two, the monetization piece. So no matter where you are, whether it's here on Facebook, Periscope, and things are happening over there, Facebook, I'm sorry, did I say Facebook? Yeah, I said Facebook, YouTube, IG, no matter where it is that you are, and I'm streaming in 8 or 9 different places right now. The one thing that everybody is wanting to get more of is visibility. They want to rise above the noise, get more visibility. And then the second part of that, they want to monetize. We've solved both of those issues, both of those for content creators. We literally have solved it for content creators. And let me tell you what we've done. So if you're creating any type of live streaming shows, or if you're doing any type of video content, listen up, because this, I can promise you, is not being talked about by anybody else that is kind of in this space. And there's not very many people in this space as it is. Okay. So one of the things that we've done with the visibility piece, as you know, everybody has a social media platform, pretty much everybody's here. When it comes to video content, when it comes to live streaming, everyone can say they have a channel on YouTube. Everyone can say they have an IG or a Facebook. Everybody can say that. It's not really special that we have these things because everyone has it. However, when you think about your industry and think about what your community and where you are, not many can say that they have access or they have shows or content on streaming TV. They have shows and different productions and things like that on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, Android TV. Not many can say that. And they sure can't say the whole mouthful that I said a couple minutes ago about even being on all the other digital platforms as well, all at the same time. And so what happens is that then, because everyone can't say that, but because that is a massive space to be in where there are so many eyeballs to discover you, that provides you more visibility and opportunities to leverage it for more visibility and the opportunity to use social media for its intended purpose, which should be to show up, drive traffic, drive engagement and everything else to what you own. owned media, right? So owned media is anything that you have control over. So when you start thinking about your email list, when you start thinking about your website, and even going further with the website, you also have to, I'm not going to get into this today, but you also need to be thinking about who's hosting your website, because that actually can affect that piece of owned media. Streaming TV is another space. They're not, when we're talking about streaming TV, we're not talking about waiting for a platform to say you have enough, you've met the threshold with a certain number of likes or subscribers or viewers before you're able to monetize. It's not like that. You're able to leverage it before any of that happens. Even if you wanted to leverage that from day one, week one, you can do that. And that's what is so different. And so I want to talk about that today, because we are serving a massive gap. When you think about anyone, and this could be you as well, anyone that's doing anything in these social media streets, they want that visibility. They, that is what they want to get. They say it in different ways, but at the end of the day, that's what it is. And everybody wants to monetize. If you have a business, a brand, or you're creating any kind of content, those two, if you're in business, period, right? If you have a personal brand, any of that, those are the two main things that you're doing here, right? And if you're not trying to do one of those two things, or both, really both, then maybe we need to even reevaluate what we're doing here. So yeah, you're showing up to give value and all the other things and the amazing things and build community and all that. But at the end of the day, when you're doing all that, you're doing fit for also the purposes of the visibility piece as well as the monetization piece. So we solved that visibility piece just like that. We've created that solution and it's been solved. The second half of the monetization part of it is, when you look at, like I said, I was talking about those thresholds. For example, YouTube has a threshold. You got to meet a certain threshold for you to be able to monetize. If you don't meet that threshold, you can't monetize. But here's the thing. You don't meet the threshold, but every month, every week, every year, year after year after year after year, you're showing up, creating content, hours of this, that, investing in editing, investing in time, investing in all this stuff to put your brilliance, right, to broadcast all of that on all of these platforms that you don't own, and you can't really monetize or have a very small margin of monetization in there built in, right? And if you've met the threshold, I mean, you can get excited about it, but to me, it's like almost like, okay, you get the coins for meeting the threshold. So prior to meeting the threshold, your content is being used and monetized, but you're just not getting that money. Your programming is being interrupted by advertisement, commercial, and everything else. So someone's making money on your content, right? We're not going to say who, but hey, you know who, right? And then when you actually meet the threshold, you get some coins thrown at you, right? And so this is not, let me just say this is not bashing social media. This is not any of that or specific platforms. There is a purpose for all of it. And as a matter of fact, you're supposed to be leveraging these places. They're incredible for their intended purpose. But when it comes to visibility and monetization, especially with 2021, you got to be thinking a little bit differently. So let me talk about how we solve the monetization piece for content creators. When you're able to have a conversation with brands, potential strategic partners, and all of those that would be advertisers, other businesses, organizations, entrepreneurs, those that would want to get in alignment with you because you have access to something that's so different and so much broader and bigger and has an authority of its own as it relates to streaming TV, as it relates to the big names of Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire, all of these different names. When you're able to do that, it allows you to monetize so much easier. And we've already had this to happen on our network. For a matter of fact, we have a couple different case studies. One I always love to bring up because she just really dominates this space as it relates to monetization and leveraging streaming TV. What she was able to do, secure over 14 brand deals in less than 30 days. And she did that when the network was only 2 months old, literally was still on Similac, and she was able to do that. Tell me where you can do that anywhere else on social media. Tell me who is going to allow you to come into these spaces, give you the visibility and, give you the opportunity to leverage in that way where you're able to close over 14 brand deals. And let me tell you, when I say over 14 brand deals, several of those were very large brands. So it wasn't this, Tinkertown or Tinker Toy. It was actually, incredible opportunities that she was able to step into. And this is actually before her shows even went live. This was before her shows even went live. This was basically like her having conversation about having access and that her shows would be coming into the streaming TV space, and was able to close the deal after deal after deal after deal. That is the power of streaming TV. We've solved the problem with monetization. We've solved the problem when it comes to visibility. The other thing that she was able to do, she was able to roll that into multiple monetization streams. This is still all within the first couple months of being a part of the network. Then that parlayed into an entire business model that she'll be rolling out. That's what happens when you're an early adopter and you're thinking about innovative things and you're looking for gaps and holes and opportunities when things are going crazy and everybody is looking at the crazy. You need to start looking at where the gaps, holes, and opportunities that are there. Because if you can find a gap, a hole, or opportunity and solve a problem, then you're onto something. Those are the winners, the ones that can feel that and start thinking strategically about how they feel that. Those are the ones that are going to win big. And we're definitely one of those ones that'll be pioneering in the space to win big. So if you are interested in learning more, exploring more about streaming TV and kind of what it looks like and what that could mean for you, definitely reach out to me. I would be more than happy to kind of lead you or direct you into getting some more information on that. But, we're really excited about what's all in store. There's a lot of stuff right now that's even happened over the last couple of weeks or so that we'll probably be talking about a little later. But people are taking notice, even when it comes to traditional TV, executives and things like that are taking notice of the unique thing that we have going on. The other thing I wanted to mention before I round out is that the distribution is one thing, but the way that we do things, like everyone, someone could have distribution if they have invested in it, the time, the money, the everything else, that it takes for that. But what makes us unique on top of it, and when I say to people, no one's doing it like we're doing it, you even might have a network, but you're not doing it like we're doing it, is because we have an entire ecosystem in the way that we're going about this. I have a business background. I've been in several different industries. I've been in business since the age of 19, had my first restaurant at the age of 23, entered my first licensing deal at the same time, was in a male dominated industry, the transportation industry, understand what that's like, consulted literally over 50 plus industries in my consulting days, rolled out a beauty and business brand at the same time I was in the male dominated industry, and then went into marketing and branding because that was everything that I did for any of the businesses that, I was a part of. And so taking all of that, right, all of that stuff over the last 20 plus years and applying it to the media company, applying my gift, my zone of genius, we all have it. We all have some gift, the zone of genius that we have to make stuff work and to, do some amazing things in this world. But my gift was, that marketing and branding, the way that I look at things, the way I'm able to find gaps and opportunities, the way I'm able to strategize, and then also the way I'm able to kind of bring all of it full circle and then show you how to monetize that. And that's how I stepped into the whole media company. I was like, okay, KP Media TV, this is a no-brainer. There's two main problems. I know how to solve them. And then all I'm going to do is take this 20 plus years of experience and show them how to solve it by way of this innovative media. And so what we've built in, and the reason why I say that no one's doing it the way we're doing it, is we build community, we nurture and cultivate community. That's one thing. In relationships, I'm really big about relationships, about community. That means a lot to me. And so we cultivated that within the KP Media TV family. That's one of the main things we've done. And I go in once a month and we do kind of like an informal type of group coaching thing where I help people flesh out different, ideas and strategy and give them monetization strategy and, try to shift their perspective when it comes to looking at things a little bit differently so they can really maximize their opportunity with streaming TV. But then it's not just me, because it's all about community. So you bring together all these other brilliant people that show up, that have their own zone of genius, that adds to the discussion, that supports one another. And so cultivating that, and because that's my number one thing to do in business, period, is to cultivate community and nurture people and have these transformations happen and to like pour into people so they can pour into others. And then it ends up being this overflow of things that happen. So that's what our community does. It doesn't just start and end with me. The community actually is about other people outside of me. So that's also what makes it incredible. And then the third piece that we do really well is when it comes to education part and the training. All of our network hosts that come in, They have access to a VIP training vault where they're able to go in there. There's several modules on pre-production, production, and post-production that very bite-sized videos that we do, about 10 to 12 minutes on that. And then the second half of it is all about monetization as it specifically relates to streaming TV and the strategy behind how you can do different things. And I like to simplify stuff for people. I don't like to be talking over people's head and all that. You know, I'm not into that. My thing is like, how do we do this in the simplest way? What is the quickest path to where you need to, you know, the quickest path you need to take to get to the goal that you want to meet. And that's how I am. And that's how I approach things. And so that's on the monetization end. It shows you exactly what you need and how you can go about leveraging your access and leveraging this space that not many of your competitors can say that they have access to, although it's super attractive and something that everyone wants to be a part of. And so, yeah, so that's, you know, that's what we've created. It's going to be massive. I'm already saying it. It's already, you know, taken off, and it's pretty much the fastest growing streaming TV network in the space that we're in. No one is doing it like we're doing. We're incredible. I'm just incredibly grateful for, you know, all of the opportunity that I get to connect with content creators, to empower them and pour into them and to talk about this stuff. And I said, I made a commitment to myself this week that I'm going to start talking more about this, because we're not just a streaming TV network. Like, you'll see different, you know, ads or posts or things talking about KP Media TV, but that's not all that we are. We are actually helping to change lives and helping to change perspectives and providing strategy around like creating holistic business models that entail a media brand aspect. But then there's other pieces to that that'll allow people to build true legacy and a lifelong brand and business and be profitable and next level profitable and always growing and ahead of things and not just mixed in with everything else that's going on. So rising above the noise and really showing up and, you know, getting what you absolutely deserve, where you're seen, you're heard, you're discovered, all of those amazing things. And so that is what's happening with our host. That's what's going to continue to happen. We're very intentional about even our strategic partnerships and conversations that we're getting into lately. And yeah, this is going to be real exciting. So if you are interested at all, let me know. If any of this is of interest to you, or you know someone that would be great, let me know. We do have an application process. For us, it's not just about someone being able to raise their hand and just automatically they're, you know, ushered into the space. So we do have an application process that's important for us, because as you know, with that community, with the brand, number one, right? There has to be an alignment with anyone coming into the space. And then number two, because we are a community driven type of network, that synergy really matters, right? And what you bring to that really matters. So for us, it's not about vanity numbers, likes, or any of this stuff that matters on social media to a lot of people. For us, it's not about that. It's about who you are as a person. It's about how you're showing up. It's about your character. It's about what is it that you want to put out in the world. It's about the legacy that you want to build. And it's about your whole thought process as it relates to community and supporting one another. Those are the things we look at, really, like the stuff that actually matters. That's what we look at. So other than that, have a wonderful rest of the Saturday. It had been a while since I jumped in here, but I'm going to be talking more and more about this because we're definitely pioneering in this space. And I think people need to hear more from me about this new model that is like increasing like crazy. And it's the fastest growing in the space that we are in, and we're serving and we're solving a huge issue as it relates to content creators, as it relates to anybody that's doing anything in social media and beyond. We even have people that are both in the traditional TV space as well as with us. And let me just say one more thing about that as I wrap up. So those that, because you have some people that want to go into big network and things like that, when you continue to create, if you've ever done anything on the traditional TV side, one of the things I always just kind of sum it up is like, it's most times like hurry up and wait, right? But hurry up and wait doesn't mean that you need to hurry up and wait on you being a creator, period, right? You need to still be doing something. You need to still be creating. You need to be, still be growing, learning. All of those things need to still happen. And so while you may be after big network or even big streaming network like Netflix and just doing different things. When you create your own lane, your own tribe, your own community, your own visibility, become a part of a network, get global distribution. When you start doing stuff on your own, others take notice. And when I say others take notice, I'm talking about even big network. They take notice. And so this is a space you want to be in because they're going to take notice of what it is that you're doing. And if you're putting out amazing content and you are who you say you are and you're showing up and you're doing your thing, they're going to take notice. So that's the other part of the visibility piece. Like if you're looking to ladder up into larger network, or you're aspiring to do something big in the entertainment space as it relates to traditional media, this also is another amazing, incredible opportunity for you, not only to do this for the visibility piece, but to monetize it along the way. There don't need to be no broke artist kind of thing. I don't believe in that. It's like, my thing is all about how do we get you monetized? Because your gifts are your gift, your God-given gifts that you were given, you need to monetize those. And so I'm always going to be thinking from that lane. I love giving value. I have a heart that always wants to give and all of that, but I do understand the business side of it. I'm a creator as well, but I'm also a creator that understands business and the monetization piece. That will always be part of me because of all of the years that I have been in business, just in general with different things. And it's just in me. It's just in my blood to be this way. And so, yeah, I'm always going to think of it as a holistic approach. But anyway, that was, it was fun chiming in with you today. Hopefully you got some value out of this. Let me know if you want to connect and all that good stuff. And I would be more than happy to connect with you. But until then, have a wonderful rest of the weekend. Bye.